That's a great shirt, by the way, for this
I try
episode,
to match.
man.
I always try to match. I know.
I don't have anything for most of these, so I'm just wearing colors usually. Hi, everybody! Welcome to BookBurners episode 6. I say with confidence. It is episode 6.
As long as you got that. You have that schedule. I have the reading schedule.
This is episode 6 of BookBurners. That's where the title would show up as the BookBurners, and then I'll have some magical effects or something like that. I'll put an alien going, woo.
No, you should have it like beaming up something or something.
I'll put in the footage from that one good movie that one horrible director made.
What?
I can't remember his name.
The clue what you're talking about. He's a good director. He made one.
No. He's got one good movie. He's a bad director who always does plot twists. M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh.
Signs.
Oh.
I'll do the alien. I'll put the alien footage from Signs walking right past BookBurners. Something like that.
Have I seen that? No. Is that the one with Bruce Willis?
I don't know actors.
I can't remember. He's currently bald.
He's
I don't know if
middle-aged man.
That's not.
If I saw Bruce Willis in person, I would not bat an eye, dude.
Really?
I don't know a single movie he's from except for Signs, maybe.
No.
I could probably place his face, but I wouldn't be like, oh my god, it's Bruce Willis!
You've never seen, like, Die Hard?
No, haven't seen Die Hard. It's on the to-do list. I also just don't have much reverence for, like, celebrities in general, so, to be fair...
I love Bruce Willis. Actually,
yeah?
I had a weird
Why don't you date him?
Because he's currently, like, in the process of dying.
Oh. I shouldn't laugh at that. It was just shocking.
Bruce Willis.
Ah, yeah. He looks like an old, middle-aged old man.
Yeah, well, now, that one's him younger. That's probably in one of the Die Hard movies.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's got, like, some, like, advanced case of something, and his, like, memory is literally, or his brain is, like, getting eaten or something, and...
Okay, so that's even worse, because I was fingers crossing that you were just implying that he was just really old. Like, he's dying right now because he's like 87 or something. No, I actually feel bad.
He's actually dying, yes.
Bruce Willis, I know you're watching. I hope you get better soon.
Doesn't even remember.
I can't even say
apparently.
that. Yeah, like that. I got to cut that because that just makes it sound way worse. Welcome to BookBurners, the show where we judge the souls of books and send them both to heaven or hell, or also purgatory. But pretty much everything goes to hell. So just get used to that.
I'm
Currently,
on a mission.
everything has.
I'm on a mission. I have to redeem myself after the evil book we shall not name anymore.
Yeah.
It's the book that shall not be named.
It's the book that shall not be named by the author who shall not be referenced.
Considering I don't remember his name, no problem.
Right, Easton Ellis.
You ruined it. You brought it up.
I'm traumatized. I'm actually traumatized from that situation, dude. Speaking of you're on a path to redemption, that is the reason that you picked this book, isn't it?
I did. I picked it because it's literally never had a bad review that I have seen. And it was ironic, so when I was trying to figure out a book, a reel came on by, I forget who it was on my Instagram. And he's like, everyone loves these books. If you love sci-fi, if you love blah, 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 love this. And the whole thing was just on this book. So I was like, sold, let's do it.
And this is a new genre for us, too. So, like, we've covered a lot of dark books.
We have.
Except for Harry Potter and ACOTAR. Like, so 3 out of 5 have been, like, dark, disturbing books, for the most part. Or at least, with Dr. Pepper, dark, disturbing elements. Because I was just like, all the darkness was like welling up from inside me. It needed to get out. It's just, but, you know, we read Blood Meridian. We read American Psycho. We read whatever that one that was super boring was. Let It Go. I hated it. Let It Go.
I didn't like it either, but it was dark.
It was dark, like theme. The whole point of it was just human rights violations.
Pretty much.
The book, basically. And then some people be like, well, maybe we could treat it with an ounce of human respect. So that was the book pretty much. Although I will still say, and I stand by it, those kids still live better life than half the people
We're not going into this rant again. We're not doing the bar.
Anyway, yep. Well, it's gonna come up. But
I'm sure it will, but
you can't escape the bar because it's a universal truth.
Your mother started quoting the bar TM.
Once you know about it, there's no going back.
We're gonna need t-shirts of just bar.
I do. I actually have plans for making a bar TM shirt.
I want that one, and I want the cow reading.
People who apply the bar to their lives and have the imploded brain graphic, and then people who are free of it with the big brain sitting on it with the chair. That's basically it.
We're gonna have merch one of these days.
Merch is on the way. Kind of. There's a plan.
Give it time. That's just like never announced that idea. But like, if we ever get to 1,000 subscribers, we do live.
Oh, hell yeah.
Live book review? That'd be so chaotic.
We need to get a book pocketed for the live. It's like, we gotta like plan it ahead of time so that we can be ready for it.
Oh boy, there's so many things that could be.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have any suggestions for what a 1K super special sub book would be, let us know in the comments below. Let your suggestions be there for that. That's an extra shout out compared to the standard suggestions.
Yes. We always need the help.
But there's also this book goes in line with another trend with a lot of our books where there's always something special going on, usually without our notice ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. Every single one we have picked.
So like they're either anniversaries or some major events going on. It was for what was their first book again?
Blood Meridian.
Blood Meridian.
Was the 25th anniversary, I think?
It was the 25th anniversary. Not only that, but the guy died.
Oh.
So that was a notable thing.
Did we accidentally kill him?
Did we? Yeah. Oops. But the Never Let Me Go was an anniversary too, wasn't it?
Yep, that was a 10 or 15 year anniversary.
And then American Psycho was an anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter, I don't think
Harry Potter had anything. Except for now, I just noticed that they are recasting the whole thing for, I think it's an HBO, is rebooting the whole thing.
See, that's just a mistake if you ask me. So here's the thing that I'll die on a hill with this, by the way. Well, to be fair, there is some creative liberty that I think you could take with Harry Potter, not creative liberty, but like reinterpretation of how, like, compared to the movie interpretations, where it's like, I think you could probably make it brighter and more magical, especially at the start, where it's like a lot of it is just like it was such a fad to be like really dark and edgy when those movies were coming out in fantasy realms, and I was just like, I don't know why the Wizarding world is so depressing looking and so dark.
It's very dirty too.
It looks it looks more miserable than England.
You just offended an entire country.
They know. They're all depressed about it too.
Dude, I just.
But it's like I think so. So there could be some room there. But like with all these remakes and stuff, and why like almost all of them suck ass is because you're trying to remake something that's good. Like there's a lot of wiggle room for remaking stuff that like has potential but is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like half of Marvel properties, when Marvel started doing the remakes, like the comics were like all right and stuff, but a lot of them, with the designs and the plot lines, they're not good.
Comic books, speaking of.
Well, obviously there's so many comic books, it's hard to say, but like if you look like just old Marvel, like with the really old Iron Mans and stuff like that,
yeah,
and just the plot line, they're goofy for the most part.
Well, that was the time. And it was to counter DC, because DC was so dark and gritty, so they're like, we need to make this bright and colorful and whatever catches the eye.
Mm-hmm. But then it's like the first Spider-Man movie came out, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, which was probably, at least in my headcanon, is like the first major breakthrough for comic book movies in a mainstream way, where people started taking comic book movies seriously mainstream, not people who were just into it.
Was Spider-Man before X-Men?
I don't know. I know X-Men was popular, but it wasn't as popular as Spider-Man.
Like, I loved X-Men. I know, I thought it was...
Well, I guess I'm just speaking out of my ass. I don't know which one was, like, actually, like, more successful financially or anything like that. But the one that has definitely stood the test of time more is Spider-Man.
I don't know. I just rewatched the first X-Men movie. I'm like, this was good.
I should rewatch those.
X-Men came out.
I watched the first one. I don't think I watched any other than the first one.
The first and second ones are the best. And the third one is.
What happens in the second one?
You get more of Logan's story.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see the second one. I only saw the first one. I remember the weirdo water man.
Oh yeah.
And Wolverine popping the middle finger claw by
That was great.
Cyclops.
Okay, no. X-Men, I think they come out first.
Did it come out first?
Yep. X-Men came out 2000, Spider-Man came out 2002.
Can we get box office numbers? How much money did the original X-Men make? This is very relevant.
We need all of this information right now. Oh no. So, X-Men totally kicked butt for 13.
Was that doesn't say worldwide though. You need the worldwide. That's 821 million. So that's like that's 500 million more.
They made more domestically.
I didn't see the domestic numbers on X-Men, but the point being, Spider-Man's way more popular in general, and
I mean, it is, and it irks me when I took the college courses on comic book history.
Yeah.
At the very end, you had to write a paper on your favorite character, and you had to grade other people's paper. And I swear, all of them were Spider-Man. I was like, come on,
Spider-Man.
I think I found one Blade in there. That was a good one. And I did mine on Wolverine. And otherwise, yeah, it was Spider-Man. I'm like, I dislike you all.
I can't really think of another superhero aside from like Superman that's like more popular. So it's like
and then
it makes sense
why he was this dorky kid and he gets these superpowers.
Well, he was one of the first ones that they actually made an attempt to make him relatable. I still remember the documentaries or whatever. They're just like, no one wants to see a superhero with personal problems, and then it's like, no, everybody loved it. Yeah, because like that was in the age of like DC was the dominant Titan.
Yep.
And it was like Superman and Wonder Woman. I don't know what accent that is, but
I feel like you're trying
it's
to do Stanley, but it's not working.
Yeah, whatever. It's a rich corporate accent. That's what I was trying to do. It probably was Stanley, but they're all like completely unmatchable. There's no shot that they would ever have a chance of losing. They had no emotional issues or depth or complexities. They just get their way 100% of the time.
How did we get to comic books?
Mainstream success involving the Spider-Man movies.
I honestly, I
had something to do with it.
Wait, how did we get here?
I brought up Spider-Man for a reason. I was talking about how the
Harry Potter.
Oh, movies, remakes, bad movies, good movies, and why Marvel succeeded so much was because they did not have good things to build off of initially, especially in the movie scene.
Yeah. But we got there because we're talking about freaky things that happen every time we pick a book.
Yes. And that was because of Harry Potter and how we were talking about nothing special happened with Harry Potter. Except for the TV. Well, no, because then you talked about the TV show potentially thing.
Yes, they are casting
they're casting it.
Which actually the cast for the original 3 looks really good.
Give him messy hair. Don't give him a Mo Howard. That's all I'm saying. You see it in the cover of every single Harry Potter book. He's like crazy messy hair.
Yep.
It's brought up so much, and then it's like they got this dork ass kid who's just like bowl cut. It's like, why'd you give him a bowl cut though?
Everyone had a bowl cut at the time.
No, they did not.
Okay though, but in
every child in the 2000s did not have a bowl cut.
A lot of them did.
No.
Yeah, it was like
what?
It was like how the Bieber thing came around. It was just a grown-out bowl cut.
Bieber's isn't a bowl cut. His was like at least a little like
it was just
uneven.
Swoopy
it wasn't like
cut.
Straight like Harry Potter.
As I said, his was like a grown-out bowl cut.
All right. There's a difference. The point is, a bowl cut is a bowl cut because of how just perfectly straight it is, and Harry Potter's is that. Like it's Mo Howard.
And then like Goblet of Fire, they all have terrible haircuts.
Did you put your shrimp in the Goblet of Fire?
We're getting so far off topic. Again, we have the timeline.
We're still in catching up rant mode. We're still right there. Okay. Like we're wasting a lot of time with it, but I can cut it all out.
You gotta edit this.
We're only 20 minutes in. Fine. There's only 2 parts that really take a lot of time. This part right now, and then Reasons.
I thought it was always the animation for where it goes.
Well, that takes time for me to edit, but as far as time for us to record, like, we spend the most time on the catch up and why you chose the book, because this is just us bantering pretty much. And then the Reasons, where I usually go a long time talking about all the problems with it, even if I like it.
Or we need the entire movie history of Spider-Man and X-Men.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what's currently happening. Spider-Man made more money.
X-Men did it first.
Proven. Here, we just fact-checked it for some reason.
That's what we do here.
Stop remaking Disney movies. That's all I'm saying. Synopsis.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna move on from this. We're just ranting about
really
how
get
awful Hollywood and corporate world
Which I
is.
feel like the last 5 times we start this, it starts off with us bashing Disney.
It's hard not to because they own everything.
No, we're still doing the freaky coincidence thing. We didn't get through them all.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were just talking about this. Yeah. Go ahead.
See, we did Harry Potter. What was after Harry Potter?
American Psycho, which was an anniversary.
Oh yeah, American Psycho was an anniversary. And then
this one.
when we did ACOTAR, the 10th anniversary, dropped. And then this one, what was it, 2 weeks after I told you I picked this book? A movie trailer is announced
I
out
had
of
the
nowhere.
book in hand before the movie trailer dropped, and not only is it, but it's also like a year and a half from when they announced it.
Which ticks me off. I really wanted to go see that this fall.
It's so weird because they're just like.
Which the trailer looks awesome. I am not a Ryan Gosling fan, but I still he might maybe do justice to this character. Which we should get into the synopsis now.
Tell us about Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary. I need to see what's actually in the synopsis, so if I accidentally say a spoiler. Even though the trailer, okay.
You can
if
say
you haven't read the book and want to, don't watch the trailer. Because I think it gives spoilers. I think so. I was kind of surprised that they showed that. But if it's in the synopsis, maybe I'm too sensitive or something. No, it's not in the synopsis, so they totally. What?
The second you said they showed that, I was just
no.
I can't. I was like, yeah, I couldn't believe they showed his peen off just like that in the trailer either. It wasn't even a red band.
Oh my god!
That was 10 minutes straight of nothing but his gaping asshole. Crazy. I can't believe they would show that. I thought they were going to censor it from the book.
Oh my gosh, no.
Project Hail Mary.
I'm going to have to edit so much of this. Okay.
I'm definitely going to cut all of
this follows, I forget what his name is. Raylan?
It says Ryland on the back.
Ryland? I don't know. He is a high school science teacher who loves his job. And he also does theoretic science on the side, basically. Mm-hmm. And then weird stuff starts happening globally. And he gets tapped by a semi-secret government.
Basically a CIA.
It's kind of Men in Black almost.
Yeah.
It's not even like CIA.
One step above.
Yeah. He's like, hey, weird stuff's happening. We need your help. Because some theory that he wrote in college ended up coming true.
It's
been a long time.
They discover essentially like a microbe thing that they haven't identified. He has a theory that life can exist without water, essentially, or that life can evolve without water being present, which nothing on Earth currently has evidence of that. But he was writing a theory that it could be different in a different world, and then they contact them because they think that they found something that might be in line with his theory, and that's why they want him involved.
No. Well, this is what happens when I read a book way too hard and intense. But it's basically like every almost science fiction-y movie.
They find it's an alien microbe thing that is in line with his theory. So
so then they tap him to do experiments on it and all this stuff.
But the alien microbe is trying to devour the sun?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You read this way more recently than me.
I probably should be doing this synopsis.
Yeah! Like I said, I read that like a month and a half ago and 20 books ago.
But then, so basically the CIA, I'm going to take over.
Yeah.
The CIA then plots up, it's not the actual CIA, but I'm just going to call them the CIA.
I don't think they actually have a name.
I don't think they do. Makes up a strategy that they have to go on a space journey, making a special spaceship in order to find where this alien substance came from and how it works in a last-ditch effort to save the world, because it's going to devour the sun, essentially. As these little alien microbes like eat light and sun and heat.
And they reproduce.
They reproduce from that.
Crazy, too.
And so they have a... Like I said, that's why it's called Project Hail Mary. The ship is named the Hail Mary.
Because it's their last-ditch.
Last-ditch effort to save humanity type of deal. And then it's just the adventure.
Right. Basically.
That's the synopsis.
That was the worst synopsis ever. I
can read the back of the book. I don't really care about synopsises, honestly. But it's hard not to, because like they need to know a little bit about the book. It's like, I have a hard time. I don't like spoiler-free reviews that are like pointless almost to me.
Kinda, yeah.
It's like whenever I see a spoiler-free review, it's like just say, go check it out or don't. It's like that nothing else you say matters because it's all going to go into spoilers. It's like you can give the initial premise, but it's like
anything outside the premise
sci-fi, save the world.
I would call it a light sci-fi too.
Light
it's
sci-fi.
Not like, it's not like Star Wars
it's a lot more grounded overall compared to like.
Well, you probably haven't read The Martian.
No.
But I would say it's similar science fiction-y to The Martian, where it's not really big, heavy science, and like it's still very easy to digest, and you're not gonna be like, why is this 7-foot blue dude with a whatever, like Star Wars, like alien type, whatever. Maybe I should have had that Dr. Pepper before I started.
I was gonna say. I'm not sure if I want to encounter the 7-foot blue dude with his like whatever out. I'm not really here for that. No judgments to anyone.
My gosh.
You can look it up if you want. The internet's a magical place for people who are into 7-foot blue dudes.
7 foot short.
7 foot short, yeah. I'm going to just read the back of this real quick.
Honestly, it does a very good job. It
right?
Still takes
Yeah,
me
lots of them don't. Lots of them suck with the back of the book, so I kind of lost faith. This one's actually pretty good. That Round Grace is the sole survivor on a desperate last-chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and Earth itself will perish, except that right now he doesn't know that. He can't even remember his own name, let alone the nature of his assignment or how to complete it. All he knows is that he's been asleep for a very long time, and he's just been awakened to find himself millions of miles from home with nothing but 2 corpses for company. His crewmate's dead, his memories fuzzily returning. Ryland realizes that an impossible task now confronts him. Hurtling through space on this tiny ship, he must puzzle out an impossible scientific mystery. That's the part it says that. Belches. And conquer an extinction-level threat to our species. And with the clock ticking down, and the nearest human being light years away, he's got to do it alone. Or does he? Project Hail... I wouldn't include that one, does he?
No, I did that part out.
Project Hail Mary is a tale of discovery, speculation, and survival to rival The Martian, while taking us to places it's never dreamed of going. Martian must have been pretty big, huh?
Oh yeah, it was a really good book too. Like I binged that because you needed to know what was gonna happen. I swear, at the end of every chapter, something bad happened, and you're like, "What happens now?"
So if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and check it out before we get into the spoilers. You know what? I think we should add a little thing right there with if we recommend. Actually, no, because that would
be like.
We'll do it after Judgment. Our Judgment will pretty much be a recommendation. I'm just trying to decide. I was just like,
I was gonna say how you rate.
How to recommend it to somebody. If you say that you don't recommend someone read a book, that means everybody will immediately know you're sending it to hell. So,
true.
If you do recommend it, then it does mean. So I was like, okay, that can't go before the Judgment.
No, that's why it's in Reason's favorite character scene.
Yeah.
Don't make it more complicated than it already has to be.
Well, it's like usually if you're doing a spoiler-free review, people want to know if you can recommend them check it out or not. And that's what I was kind of going with, like, as far as spoiler-free, but maybe we just do that after Judgment.
Yeah, which is why it's in Reasons.
We're doing the Judgment.
See? Judgment, spoiler alert announcement.
Spoiler alert! Not quite yet. We're just going to judge it and just send it to Heaven or Hell. Or Purgatory.
I'm ready.
Alright, the Judgment upon Project Hail Mary in 3, 2, 1. Hell.
Bite me!
Where'd you send it? Heaven? What?
Well, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight!
Well, in theme with all of our books thus far, here goes Project Hail Mary into the depths. Another one bites the dust. Woo.
We're gonna fight.
Maybe. I know you tried, but I've got reasons.
I don't understand. This was such a good book.
So, do you want to explain what you liked about it first, or do you try to tear it apart first? I think you should go first, honestly.
I'm so confused why you don't like this book.
I liked it. I didn't say I hated it, but you should know by now, I don't send things to hell because I hate them.
But it's a good book.
I mean, I do, but just liking it is not enough to go anywhere else if there's too many problems. It's about my experience!
It's a good experience! I ate this
Not
book
100%!
up. Okay, the minimum you could have done was Purgatory then. Like,
No!
what? Oh.
There's a reason it can't go to Purgatory, too!
Okay.
But
So
you talk
spoilers
about
alert.
what you like about it, and then I'll tell you what I liked and disliked about it.
Well, of course, I listened to the audiobook, which was a fantastic audiobook. That was so good.
There's the Audible one. I listened to that one too.
Yeah, it's an Audible exclusive, so unless you pirate it somewhere,
I don't know who would do that.
No, we don't pirate in this household.
You can't find almost every single audiobook on Audible on YouTube.
I tried, I didn't find it.
I did. It's called Project Moonlight or something like that. But
Really?
it had
Someone
the cover
renamed it?
Yeah.
Wow, sneaky.
It was called like Mission Darklight, but then the cover said Project Hail Mary.
That's funny.
It was the same book. I double checked. Well, on top of it, the content made it very obvious because they're on board the Hail Mary and all that.
Yeah. Like, I'm not a huge sci-fi person. I'm dumb. I just kind of glaze over when they do the science stuff. But this was so done well. Like, I liked how you learned as he learned with his amnesia, and that was fantastic. I loved the humor in this book. He's hilarious. Like, his sarcasm, like, we could have conversations. Like, it'd be great.
Yeah, I was laughing a number of times.
Oh, yeah, like, I LOL'd many times. I loved the ending.
Spoiler alert.
I said that. You need more coffee?
I have not had a whole lot of caffeine yet today. And I have not
it's
taken Dr.
showing.
Pepper. And I did not sleep well because I knew that there was something on the agenda today.
I mean, same. But
Like, I usually get past, like, my standard alarm, excuse me, is at 10 a.m. And I usually sleep a bit past it. So it's like, I woke up at 7 a.m. and I went to bed late. So, my bad.
I did say spoiler alert.
Yeah, I believe you, and I just didn't hear it, and I was just like, uh-oh.
Do I need to make that bigger on the thing?
Yeah.
For those of you who see us pointing up here, I made us a timeline.
To keep us on track.
See how well that's working?
It's working. We're already at the reasons, and we're only 40 minutes in.
Ah, okay.
I
did good then. My very professional.
We've gone on for like an hour and like 20 minutes before we got to Judgment.
The intro.
So we're doing pretty damn good.
something? Oh, I love the ending of it. I love the characters. I even love... Did you picture, like, the head CIA lady as, like, Edna Mode? Because I did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, she totally is Edna from The Incredibles. With the short,
I just kind of saw her as, like, a tall, generic, like, hair tight back, like, business type.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe your imagination just sucks.
Yeah, maybe. We'll get into that a little bit.
Gray! Dude! Dude! Real great!
Hi, Gray! Oh, you're so cute! You were crawling around the basement again! You're covered in crap!
You tell him his judgment's wrong. Tell him. Good boy.
What?
He's judging you harshly right now.
Apparently.
It was a good book, wasn't it, Gray?
Huh. What? You really need a treat right now? You're looking like you absolutely need a treat right now or you'll kill me. That was our guest commentator, Gray.
Who agrees with me?
I think he said, "You're always right."
He was staring dead you in the eye.
He was though.
Agreeing with me.
He was like...
It's 2 against 1.
Too bad Gray does not have authority in judgments. There's only 2 people who have... Oh God.
You want to say that again?
He gave me the most offended look. Listen, Gray, I'm sorry. I don't make the rules.
What do you mean I don't have authority?
He does have most authority in this.
I did think you said that.
Yeah, the video just cut
something.
after I went to take care of Gray. So we were talking a little bit about what we liked and disliked. Talk about what you like again and pretend that you didn't hear me and my reasonings.
Okay.
We didn't go through all of it. I think when Gray popped up, you were talking about the characters. You're talking about
Oh, like I loved. How do you pronounce his name?
Ryland.
Ryland's sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
His sarcasm is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I giggled throughout the whole book, even when like death experiences are happening.
Mm-hmm.
I liked all the characters, and I even liked the little. I don't know if she's actually little. I don't know why in my brain I have the CIA lady in charge.
I
as,
literally
like, Edna
do
Mode.
not remember any physical description that they have gave for her, except I just remember her lines to a degree.
But she's Edna Mode. Like if she gives. Such
I just see a strict
Edna Mode
business
energy.
lady.
It's Edna Mode.
The way that the audible person talked was in line with how Edna
Maybe
talks.
that's why it triggered.
I think they have a very similar accent.
It was so funny because I just pictured like this little woman going around like, you do this, you do that, and they just do it because otherwise they'll end up in a Swedish prison never to be seen again. Like all powerful authority. Like she was awesome. She was scary. She was awesome.
Rocky
was my favorite character.
Same.
And yeah, there is nothing I did not like about this book.
Rocky was just so charming and it was so like cute, and he's such a good little alien.
He was. He tried. He really, really
He
tried.
did his very best. I thought it was interesting how they have him being like technologically super advanced, but also like inferior in other ways with technology.
Like he was super
and stuff.
smart, but kind of dumb.
Yeah, so it's like there's the strengths and weaknesses of based off of how their planets developed and stuff.
Yep.
Was really dealt with really well.
The writing on this was so good because like it didn't dumb it down, but it made it simple enough that I could follow because I am not scientifically inclined whatsoever. That's why I don't read a lot of sci-fi because a lot of them go heavy into science, and I'm just like, I'm dumb. I can't do this. Even when they got into the science of this book, I just kind of like smile and
By the
nod.
way, Rocky is an alien that shows up in the middle of their project, and he helps the main character find a solution to the whole...
Which is in the trailer.
Really?
Yeah!
The alien
That's
reveal
the
scene is a
spoiler
weird
in
thing
the
to show.
trailer. I was like, are you
Do they actually
kidding?
show him?
Yeah!
That's weird.
I was gonna ask you after you finished it if you watched the trailer, because I was like, that's a major spoiler in that book. Like,
his interactions with Rocky to me was the pinnacle of the book.
Well, it's like half the book.
It is half the book, but like not all of it are them interacting and like learning about each other. Like all those moments where they're doing stuff like, oh, he can't see, and like all those type of things where they're actually like making like breakthroughs. Like, I understand what's going on now. I understand what's going on now. And you are actually along for the ride with it. Yep. Those are the parts that I loved the most.
Yeah, it was so good.
Also,
so
just learning about an alien creature is right up my alley. Because they're just like, oh, it is very interesting to me too. About like learning about these creatures. But then it was also interesting to learn about what he thought was interesting about humans and stuff.
Yeah, and how they have to be watched to see.
Perspectives are different, yeah.
I love that. I'm like, that's freaky. Yeah. I love it, but it's freaky. No, I gave this a 4.5. There was nothing I didn't like. The only way it would have gotten a 5 is if it would have given me an emotional response, like hurt my soul, made me bawl, or like my 5 stars are, especially recently, very rare and few.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah, I've only given 5 or 6 5 stars this year, and I've read 80.
Oh, this year. Never mind.
No, yeah.
I was gonna say like.
No,
dang,
but
that
I
is
read
a lot.
87 books, and I only got 5 or 6 5 stars. Like,
that's a pretty low percentage.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm struggling. This one brought me out of a slump. Like, Project Hail Mary was what I needed, exactly when I needed it, because I was struggling. I'm doing this whole series on Instagram of Hot Girl Summer.
Yeah.
If you want to follow over there.
BookBurners podcast.
And you'll see like really crappy ratings. Like there's 2.5s, there's many 3s, there's a couple of 4s, 1 or 2 4.5s, and it's great. But this book was awesome. This was a highlight of my June reads for sure. It was great. So why do I have to hate you for hating this book?
Right. Well, I am totally saying this for the first time. But it had the deck stacked against it because it's first person present tense, which out of all the books that I've read, I just noticed it's a lot harder to sell to me because I just feel like I have so many more ways to nitpick it because I'm just like
even though ACOTAR is first person.
I liked ACOTAR. ACOTAR did a better job.
The math don't match.
ACOTAR does a better job. ACOTAR doesn't talk to you, the reader, but I felt like this book talks to you, the reader. Like, it felt like his thoughts weren't for himself to think, and you're just kind of being an omniscient person listening in. Some of the skits that he runs in his brain are for you, which makes sense because it's an author reading the book and he is trying to make you laugh, but that's how it read to me.
Like an author reading a book?
Like an author writing a book, and it stole away from immersion in the moment for me. And that's the problem with first person present tense to me, is like a lot of the times they'll go and they'll think through things, like when it comes to some of the science stuff, some of it is described the way that makes sense, where he's just like, but isn't that a problem? Oh, wait, no. It's developing, like when he's like evolving the Tau stuff. The solution, because the solution to their problem is they find a predator to the microbe that's eating the sun, essentially, but it's too weak to survive in the atmospheres of both the alien planet and the Earth planet. Yeah, and that's the thing, is a lot of time when they were learning how to solve the problem, you were there in present tense and they were thinking to themselves and communicating amongst themselves, and a lot of times Rocky was there, so he would be explaining it to Rocky. It was just oh, this makes sense. When I evolved this, I also accidentally evolved it to be resistant to the container that we put it in. Because evolution doesn't like to just play by your rules. I know, and that was really good. But then there's other scenes where he's looking around the ship, and he's like, oh, great, I'm in a ship. Of course I would be. Oh, I'm putting on my pants because I'm like that. And it's like...
He doesn't say that.
No, that's not a direct quote. But he's not talking and thinking like that for yourself. He sounds like a dude with dementia or something.
Okay,
sometimes. He's referring to himself in third person constantly.
That's how my brain thinks. I had no issues because I'm like...
But then you related to him and I didn't, and that's a problem. That's why it's subjective.
So your brain is broken.
The
Or mine
first person present perspective thing is my most subjective thing about the book. That is not the reason why it goes to hell for me.
Yeah, I want to know why. Why do you hate it?
And here's the thing, it's not one thing, it's a collaboration of a bunch of small things. So like that's one thing. The second thing is half the book is a flashback, which steals away from the present moment. And that takes me away from what's going on currently. Because here's my thing, none of the flashbacks matter. None of it.
That's how you figured out who he was.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it did.
Does not.
It did too.
None of his discoveries about his past and who he was, except for the scientific remembering things, affected the plot.
Yeah.
No.
Like, he didn't even know why he was on the ship. And
Doesn't
then he
matter.
had flashbacks of the particle thing. He's like, oh yeah. And then he went and found it on the ship. And then he had a flashback of what he was doing with the experiments, which helped follow the later experiments.
And that's going to go into another thing where amnesia trope, which is one of the most abused tropes.
But this
there
book did it
is.
well. I read bad amnesia tropes. This was
I just don't like amnesia trope.
You're killing me, Smalls.
It's lazy. And like I said, a majority of the like the flashbacks is I'm interacting with CIA woman and I'm giving you the background information on the character and it's justified by saying, well, he doesn't remember it either. But it's like the fact that they even force him, because that's another plot thing too. It's like they force him to forget it all. It's like, we got this very convenient
They
drug.
didn't force him to forget.
No, yes, they did.
No,
They forced him to forget. The CIA lady, because he wasn't going to go on to the Project Hail Mary, he resists, and then she says, it's not up to you, I'm going to put you on the ship and give you this drug that will make you forget everything except for all of your crucial skills, because it's a very convenient drug.
Wait, I don't remember that part at all.
Yeah. So, like, the whole reason why he's on the ship and doesn't remember is because he said, I'm not going to do it, I'll kill you. Try me, bitch. He doesn't say bitch, but he does say try me.
Yeah, he was going to,
He's
like,
screaming
expose
at
it
her.
all or something.
Yeah. He's like, I'll take this down with me. And she was just like, you're not going to do it because you're a good person. He's like, try me. And then he's like, it doesn't matter because you're going on the ship anyway, because some sort of genetic thing was why he had... I don't even remember what the detail was.
Some people were genetically... They could genetically handle a long-term coma.
That's... Yeah.
Whatever the term
So,
was.
yeah, you had to be special in order to survive the deep sleep thing, essentially. And he was one of the few people who could. And... like she was like kind of setting him up to need to be able to fill in case something bad happened.
Which it did.
Which it did.
Like a bunch of Caribbean people were blown up.
Yeah, in just a random freak accident.
Yep.
Which was like a 1 in a billion thing. So I don't know.
I think they were experimenting with the particle and it just
they were
got
doing something.
overpowered. And...
But yeah, so even like those revelations where it's like, I'm not here by choice. It just didn't really have any impact. I was like, no, you're here now anyway. And that was his resolution too. It's like, well, I'm here now anyway. I was like, yeah, so it's like your whole history does not matter to me. It doesn't change my perspective of you because you're doing stuff right now with Rocky, and that's who you are right now. But he goes on, and he doesn't even linger on it, which is like probably how most people would react. I feel like they probably wouldn't like, I didn't want to be here. Oh my god.
No, he did have a moment.
It was just a brief moment, though. He doesn't say that he lingers on it for a month or anything.
Well, yeah, because he's floating around in space. He's
Yeah.
got time to linger.
But that's the thing. I was just like, so what's the point of these flashbacks if they just don't matter?
Because it would have made sense later, like why he knew all. Like if we did get the flashbacks, we would not have gotten any character development. And it would have been an episode of X-Files or something.
The mystery elements of it, like all the parts of it that I liked were things that are natural, that there's no way that he would know, and then they're solving the problem anyway. So it's like alien species. How do we communicate? How do we solve all these problems with so many unknown like variables involved? We're dealing with alien organisms, not Rocky, but yeah, Rocky too. But like the whole solar, I can't remember the name of it.
I cannot remember that particle.
I remember the Tau amoeba, which was the predator for it, which is crazy because they only say 1,000,000 times.
I know. It's not.
but it's the solar charged energy alien that's devouring the sun.
Yeah, whatever that
But it's like they're trying to solve the problem with it and how it works, and then the Predator and how it works, how to contain things, all the new materials from the alien ships and how they're docking and how they're working the ship and solving all the like the billions of problems and things that are going wrong. I think that's where the book is the best. And it's like the humor is good most of the time, and like the interactions between Rocky and him are consistently good.
Mm-hmm.
Like really good. But then it's like every time it does a flashback, it's like, I just don't care. It was boring. I didn't care about any of the history behind the creation of the Hail Mary, because it's like, you're already here. It doesn't matter at this point. It takes you away from the present moment. And it's like nothing that happens to these people in the flashbacks. It's like, I'm never afraid that the main character is going to die in an explosion in an experiment, because I know he survives into the present day. So it's like, just generically speaking, I am a strong believer in, if you can do it in the present, do it. Otherwise, you're just, it's a lazy option, in my opinion. So like, the amnesia didn't feel like, the mystery behind the amnesia did not grip me. The mystery of all the stuff that everybody didn't know at all did. So like
the science,
all the science mysteries and the discoveries, all that stuff I found really gripping. Like, to me, it doesn't make a difference if he willingly joined or didn't. It doesn't make a difference. He's there.
I mean, yeah.
And it's like, unless he made a...
But it does make more sense towards the end, though.
Unless the revelation was, I'm now going to decide a horrible decision because of the information that I remembered, and I'll now betray the mission.
Which he did think about.
He thought about it, but he didn't, and he didn't think about it that long because he's a good person. Which, you know, not... I did quotation marks.
He did it already!
He was a decent he's a good person. But...
no, this one actually is a good person.
This one actually
This
is.
is no morally gray or black.
Yeah. But... It was just a thing where it's not like it introduced drama to be like, oh my god, how's he going to react? It's like, I know how he's going to react. I wasn't questioning whether or not he's going to abandon the mission and leave the Earth to die. It's like, I knew he was, just like how I knew he was going to go and help Rocky at the end when Rocky got stranded.
Yeah, but it's still like you kind of, for me anyway, I was like, well, how the heck does he get on the ship? Like he said repeatedly, I'm not going, and that's about when the flashbacks stopped too. So
well, for me, the thing was like, because at one point he's just like, well, I'm here. I must have opted
also
into this.
Also explains the bodies that he's with too.
Yeah, I mean, they're all in sleep coma, and honestly, if he just gave me the explanation, I was like, just a side effect instead of it's a magic drug, both would have just worked for me. It's like, it didn't change my outlook on the whole situation. Like, what am I going to say? It's like, oh, she shouldn't have drugged him and let humanity die?
It's nice being asked.
It's like, she's morally gray.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to pick a morally gray character,
she definitely is.
Although she definitely uses the word Bartium a lot.
Yeah, but she twists it to her advantage.
Yeah, that's why she uses it a lot. If you don't use it, you can't use it in a negative light. But like I said, I just didn't care about any of the characters in the flashbacks aside a bit for the main character. But even the revelations, I didn't care about enough. I only cared about the present tense stuff, which is half of the book. So it's like, if half of the book I really like, and half of the book I find boring and like I could discard of this and still feel like the other half of the book is good, and just make him there willingly and you don't need the backstory.
You're killing me.
That's how I felt. I can't. I'm not going to.
This was supposed to be my redemption arc.
Subjective, but that I'm judging it based off the subjective. I was bored every time they did a flashback. I toned out, I sped up, and I started playing Ark.
I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you might. Maybe it's the next one. I have high hopes for this one. I have high hopes for the second Takatar because the first one was so close.
Same.
It was so close. You don't understand how hard it was. It was like putting down an old dog that had to... It was putting down an old dog that was diseased and in pain, and you have no money because you're out, you're hillbilly or something. I don't know, man. It was like what we were joking about before with the Wilbur putting down Mr. Ed because he had a broken leg.
Gosh.
On stream the other day. Oh, Wilbur, you don't need to do this. Well, Ed. You know that it's time because you're worthless. You can't walk. Don't do it, Wilbur.
Also, if you want the most random stuff, you gotta go follow Lord Battora because, like, I'm usually in the chat and I do bad things, which you can't do nothing about because I'm the only moderator.
we do live streams at Lord Battora, and a lot of the stuff that we talk about here gets brought up over there too. Lately, we've been playing Ark. She's trying to fight.
Let the cows read.
Bovines have no rights.
Books for bovines.
They have some rights, but like, you can't let a cow drive or read.
Why do you go to Trump automatically?
I did not use the accent, to be fair. I always talk.
I heard it though. I heard a little.
I was tempted. It was bleeding out.
It's
hard to not talk about just throwing restrictions and stuff on everybody. I don't know, man.
And then the Trump comes out. I can't do it. That was terrible.
These guys are stealing everybody's jobs. They're part of the gang. Those bobos.
Oh my gosh.
They say that they're just here to read. They're not.
Okay, so what was your final rating on it?
This is a tough one because I'm kind of underselling how much I didn't care about the flashbacks. Because like I said, not only is it just a thing where it's like generically speaking, even on shows that are good, if the flashback is not something where it's like, this has to be a flashback, there's no other way around it, and it is crucial, I don't like it. So it's like, I borderline, like, as a concept, don't like flashbacks at all. And then it's like half of the book is a flashback, and it's not flashbacks that I find crucial for the plot that I am actually engaged with whenever it's like in the present. It's like, obviously it wouldn't be the same book if it would be like a total rewrite to be, that's why I'm not like, they should have just done this. It would be like, you'd have to rewrite a lot of it.
All of it?
My gut is telling me 2.5.
Oh, that hurts me.
Like, I liked the pauses, but here's another issue, or at least an indicator for me. I only remember Rocky's name. I didn't remember anyone else's name.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
The main character, I didn't remember his name. I remembered everybody's names from ACOTAR. So
that's true.
This is my reference point. Is like, ACOTAR, all the characters were good. All of them. Mm-hmm. Not one or two. Almost all of them. I remembered all of their names. The side characters. Alice, Lucian. I'm not going to call him Tomlin. It's Tamlin.
There you go. I forgot about that for a second.
Farah, Amarantha. It's like, I remember so many characters because their personalities were distinct. They stood out. They were interesting. They all developed. None of them felt like they were just a generic character that was like leaning on a bunch of tropes or stuff, which is how I felt about like pretty much every single character in the flashbacks. Ryland to a degree. Remember the kaiju book that you gave me?
Yeah.
I didn't finish it yet, but that's because I'm not audiobooking that when I'm reading it, so it's heavy back.
7 months?
Probably. But
like, we're almost to the end of July. So
the voice of the main character of that sounds identical to Ryland, where it's like, it's funny and it's humorous and it's kind of talking to you. It's also first person if I remember correctly. So it's like, a kaiju? Holy freaking crap. Like, you only read about this in movies. And it's just like the sarcastic edge and stuff. It was like almost one for one the same in my head. The only difference was like some of the detail stuff that they pretty much just tell you. Where it's like, well, the difference is this guy is an Uber driver and he's a school science teacher. But both are the ones that get chosen for the super special mission. but they're kind of like just funny jokesters going like, wow, what experience. Wow, an actual alien spaceship. You can't blame me for being excited. He actually says, you can't blame me for being excited. It's like, who are you talking to?
Wow.
Which is just the first person present tense. That one's an actual quote. I can say for certainty because I remember specifically taking note of that moment. I was just like, are you talking to me?
Yeah, he's talking to you.
You can't blame me for being excited. I want to see the inside of an exciting spaceship, an alien spaceship. But Rocky was super unique.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's an alien.
His
behaviors stood out. Huh?
A friend was reading this because I told him about the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, if you don't want spoilers, read it. And so he read it. And he said there's like 5 or 6 movies that have like a creature almost just like him.
Design-wise?
Yeah.
I'm
Spider-ish
talking more personality-wise.
I don't know about that because I didn't
Like
see
the
any of
quirks,
movies
the way that he
talked about
interacts. Like, I'm sure the design of Space Crab is not...
It's
has been done before, I'm
yeah.
sure of that. But like the way they explain it, the way that they explain how his biology works, and then just how he interacts with them, starting off with like the clicks
Yeah, the
and
music.
the musical type
Yeah,
stuff.
that
going
was
on,
cool. I like
and how they get to being actually able to talk, and then it's like, oh, he sees by sound. He doesn't have eyes. That makes sense. Of course, he can't see me, and how he wasn't responding to certain things that he was responding to. So like a lot of that stuff, I was super engaged with that. Like super engaged with it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But it just wasn't enough of the book for me to rate it any higher.
What did you think of the end?
The very end of him being on the alien planet,
Yeah.
I liked it.
I was torn about it. Like, I understand.
I'm okay with not knowing about the fate of Earth. I'm good enough knowing that the sun is alive.
Well, it's not that. Like, if I'm slightly vengeful as a person, so I'd be like, no, I want to go back and I'm going to
kick her ass.
Yeah. Like, words must be said here.
So, like, it's an understandable thing, but I think what he did is absolutely the best option for him.
I mean, yeah, it was. Especially
it's
with the
definitely the most present, mindful option compared to being vengeful. Like, I'm gonna go back to Earth, abandon my only friends, and just say that you're a bitch.
The only human, though, too. Like, yes, they can communicate, but like,
his best friend was Rocky.
Yeah,
He said his only friend was Rocky. Would you abandon your only friend?
You get friends back at the station, but also they died.
A lot of them died.
Ship.
they all died.
True. It just, I don't know.
I was okay with it because I was like, okay, they're leaving it a little open-ended. You can interpret it yourself, the fate of Earth and how they resolved everything. Because, like, I don't think it would have been interesting to me of going back to Earth and be like, yeah, there was a war, and no, or yes or no, there was or wasn't a war, and this is how we resolved the conflicts on Earth. It's like, who gives a shit about those? Our main character, all you care about is the main character.
Right.
And what he's doing, what he's going through, what his goals and what his objectives are, and Rocky, and because those are the main characters, and they're the present moment characters. Because they also do this weird flashback thing, like a flashback in the flashback, not really flashback, it was story time, with the business lady. I call her business lady, Edna.
It's Edna.
And, where she's like, I was actually a history major, and everything's about food. We fight for food, and I'm going to tell you about how I care about humanity, and give you my backstory. I'm going to tell you my backstory now. And I was like, why should I care about your backstory? It does not matter, because you barely matter in this plot. It's like, you're just forcing this guy on a ship. That's all you do. That's all it is. That's all her character does, as far as the plot movement goes. And, like, as far as character development, that's her only moment of, like, character development is, like, I might not be as inhuman as you might think because I have a history degree. I had some human experiences. I was just like, you are still, like, the most deep state type person that exists. You're basically not human, so don't try to...
Didn't she even threaten to, like, blackmail the president?
Yes!
Yeah, she's scary.
She does, like, a ton of just stuff, so I was just like, why are you trying to make me empathize with her now? It makes no sense with your narrative that you're doing. It's just, like, this weird sidetrack stuff. So there are just things that it took away too much for me to be able to... And when I put stuff in Purgatory... I was comfortable putting ACOTAR, the first one, in Purgatory because there's one thing where it's just like, change the riddle, and then you're in heaven. I think that's a really good place to be overall. But like this one, it was like it's half of the book compared to that one, which it's like I would be willing to forgive the trials, which I thought dropped off as far as interestingness goes. But like they were still at least characters developing and stuff. Like Rhysand was doing more, and he was starting to develop as a character instead of just being intimidating, scary bad guy in the backgrounds. And it was like just and it was also like the ending of the book, and I hate endings that are not satisfying. And to me, it was just an unsatisfying resolution to that current conflict. Not going to get into that too much.
No, you have to watch the previous episode.
Just watch the previous epised. But I was going to send it to Purgatory, she sent it to Heaven, which makes sense, but since we disagreed, it goes to Hell. And,
I'd say whoever came up with the system needs to be sued, but you came up with this system. I just supply the
Those are
material.
the divine rules! I didn't make the rules, I'm just an interpreter.
Uh-huh. This is why I get to keep rioting
We
in the
serve
comments.
a higher calling. And the divinities have divined that if we don't agree, then it goes to hell. Something's wrong. It's supposed to be near impossible to not go to hell.
I'm gonna find some. It's gonna happen.
I like I said, I have high hopes for the next one. Like if what you're saying was true,
I'm nervous about though.
if what you told me was that it's like a lot of people's favorite book,
Oh, it is.
then I have high hopes for it. Unless the ending ends on another riddle.
Granted, no, there's no more riddles. Granted, Hail Mary is like on almost everybody's favorite books list.
I'd have to read another sci-fi, but if that's like kind of the nature of a lot of sci-fi, I don't know if sci-fi is up my alley either, which would also be another point against it.
I'm very picky with my
Like,
sci-fi.
I really did like when they're doing like the discovery and exploration and explaining like theoretical ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I got sick of him talking down to me like, I have a graduate degree and I'm going to use a bunch of complicated words, and I was like, all right.
I
But,
think Michael Crichton.
That was very forgivable.
Jurassic Park. I know we're gonna read that
We are going to read
eventually.
it eventually.
The Jurassic Park has a lot of similar. Not the. I don't think it's first person. Oh, I read that like 3 years ago, so I don't really remember. But I know it has a lot of like sciencey stuff too. Like it's in the movie, but it's more child friendly in the movie. Where in the book it's more explained out and there's charts and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's still like you just smile and nod at it, and then you wait for the dinosaurs to eat somebody. But it's still like a soft sci-fi. Except for that one's more sci-fi horror. 'Cause no one lives. It's just
Yeah.
It's so brutal.
No, even with the humor, I'm gonna go just to another point of what I really like versus things that I don't care for as much.
You don't actually hate it.
I don't actually hate it. Like I obviously whenever I go into critical rants, it definitely sounds like I'm skewed toward just hating everything. It's just how I see things, man.
Literally
I
everything.
like a majority of the stuff I interact with. It's just I also see all these negative things that prevent it from being 5 stars, 4 stars, whatever. In this case, 3 stars for me. But like, yeah, 2.5. But like the things that I laughed at the most was like when he's interacting with Rocky and they're discovering things, and then he does like, and then he just does jazz hands.
Yeah, jazz hands.
And I interpret that as a good thing, but it's like he's not sure. It's such an authentic interaction where it's like it looks like a happy interaction, and I can't interpret it any other way than my human experience. But I think he's happy when he's doing jazz hands. So it's like stuff like that. It makes me actually laugh out loud.
He
where
tried to
I'm
fist
like,
bump too,
yeah,
didn't
fist my bump. Fist me. I was dying at those lines.
Yeah.
So it's
I
like,
hope they keep that in the movie.
But,
I'm so
like,
nervous.
those weren't like just thoughts that he was having to himself. They were the actual interactions and engagements, and that's when I liked them the most.
Yeah.
Which is also partially why I just like Rocky the most, because without Rocky, that doesn't exist.
Yes, for sure. It'd just be him.
Rocky is a 5-star character, if I can just rate a character. Riley is like a 2-star character. He just seems...
So, the two of them get a
he's
2.5
generic.
to balance out.
He's generic. Well, and then all the rest of the characters are like 1-star characters.
They're just dead.
They're dead, but when they were alive, they were just like really placeholdery, where it's just like...
I liked that the
Russians drink a lot of vodka.
They drink a lot of vodka, and they also like banged everything.
Yeah, they had fun.
They lived it up before they died.
Yeah, well, it was a sewer slide.
Sewer slide.
But that's my reasonings. Like I said, it can't go to purgatory because I cannot pinpoint one thing that'd be like, just fix a detail. It's like, it's half the book. Yeah, it is. For me, it's not like I used Heaven, Hell, and Purgatory as a good, mid, great rating. It's a no problems detected. 1 or 2 detail level things detected that could be like adjusted easily without like affecting a majority of the plot, and everything else. So it's near impossible by design. Because it's funny that way.
I'm nervous about the next book. I'm so nervous.
Because nothing deserves to go to heaven unless you're perfect!
We're gonna find one.
We will! We will eventually. I'm sure we will.
There's like 12 bazillion books in the world. We're gonna find something.
It's probably not gonna be first person. Well, actually it might. We'll see this next one.
Yes.
ACOTAR was close! Like, if we're talking about star ratings, I would say something that's like 3.5 to 4 stars could make it into heaven.
For you? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Like, I gave this one a 4.5.
Yeah. I mean, but Harry Potter you didn't rate that high. And you
No, but I did that on a different...
That was a moral grounds more.
Yeah.
Well, not quite moral grounds. Ethic. You call it importance grounds? Cultural importance, something like that.
Whatever.
So! What did you think? Did you read Project Hail Mary? Let us know what you think and where you would send it, even though it does not make a shit of difference because you have no authority over this matter. It's in hell. Sorry. Bye. I'm not saying bye.
There's actually a decent amount of books down there now that I'm like, oh, that doesn't deserve it, that doesn't deserve it.
There's 5 books burning in hell for all eternity and 1 being absolutely tortured and obliterated.
There's no redemption for that book that shall not be named.
No redemption for that one at all.
We're 3 books away from it. We're still like, it needs to go farther down.
It needs to go farther down. I'm going to torture it all over again.
It hasn't suffered enough.
Oh, thank you so much. But if you have any suggestions for a future book for BookBurners that you'd like us to review, leave it in the comments below. If you wrote a book, let us know. If it's AI generated, don't bother. It's going to the abyss with the unnamed book. That's just the nature of it. It's not original art. It's not even art. The next episode book is what's the title of?
Court of Mist and Fury.
Court of Mist and Fury, the second book of the ACOTAR series. So be sure to tune in for that one. I'm actually excited about that one because the first one was actually such a breath of fresh air. Like I said, here's what I'm afraid of.
Oh boy.
This is the one thing I'm afraid of.
Oh boy.
Not to do with the plot. What I'm afraid of is that I was going off of such a low from the previous books that we read that I was being hyper generous with how I felt about it just because I was like, wow, this isn't the unnamed book. And Harry Potter, I read it before and I just was bored with it for the most part. And then the Blood Meridian, and then Never Let Me Go, which I just thought was super boring for the most part and full of plot holes. And then, so it was just like, it's such a straight up either super dark and depressing or just boring. And then it was like, ACOTAR! Wow! Let's do the outro.
I don't know what the outro is. We don't have an outro. We screwed
Suggestions! Put in your suggestions. We already said that, but then we went into this whole rant.
No, we already did the announced.
Yeah, we actually did.
We just gotta say bye, I think.
I think we do just have to say
all of that! And we just gotta say bye!
Bye, everybody!